Tired of expensive store-bought yogurt? Want more control over what you eat? You can make delicious, thick yogurt right in your own kitchen with just a few simple ingredients and no fancy equipment. Let's do it! Using powdered milk isn't just a shortcut, it's a game changer. It makes your yogurt incredibly thick and creamy without needing to strain it. Think Greek-style texture, but easier. Powdered milk is also super convenient. It lasts forever in the pantry. Mixing it with regular milk gives you the best flavor and texture combo. You can even make yogurt using only powdered milk and water if you're out of fresh milk. It's flexible and budget-friendly. You'll need a small saucepan for heating. A whisk or spoon is essential for mixing everything smoothly. Gathering your gear is the first step. You likely have most of this already. No yogurt maker required, but a yogurt maker can simplify the process and facilitate temperature control during fermentation. A cooking thermometer is helpful for getting the temperature just right, but you can manage without one. Measuring cups or a scale ensure you use the correct ratios. You'll need a clean glass jar or container with a lid for culturing. Finally, a towel or blanket helps keep your yogurt warm and cozy while it sets. The ingredients are simple: regular milk, powdered milk, and a bit of plain yogurt with live cultures. That's it. Make sure your starter yogurt clearly states live and active cultures on the label. This is crucial for the magic to happen. Using fresh starter yogurt gives you the best results. You can save some of your homemade yogurt for future batches too. The hands-on time for this recipe is minimal. You'll spend about 5 minutes mixing everything together. The longest part is the culturing time. This takes 12 to 24 hours, but it's completely hands-off waiting. Chilling the yogurt afterward takes another 2 to 4 hours. This helps it set firmly and stops the culturing process. Total time from start to finish is roughly 14 to 28 hours. But remember, most of that is just waiting for the bacteria to do their work. Let's walk through the simple process. It's easier than you think. First, warm the milk. Pour 1 cup 240 milliliters of regular milk into your saucepan. Stir in 1/2 cup 50 grams of powdered milk. Whisk or stir until the powdered milk is completely dissolved and there are no lumps. Heat the milk mixture gently over low heat. If you have a thermometer, aim for about 110 Fahrenheit, 43 Celsius. This is the perfect temperature for the yogurt cultures. Do not boil the milk. Just warm it up to that ideal temperature. Heating too much will kill the beneficial bacteria. Next, add the yogurt culture. Take the saucepan off the heat immediately after warming. Add a 1/4 cup, 60 milliliters of your plain yogurt starter with live cultures. Stir it in gently. Avoid whisking vigorously. You just want to mix the starter evenly throughout the warm milk so the cultures are distributed. Now keep it warm. Pour the milk and starter mixture into your clean glass jar or container. Cover the container with a lid or plastic wrap. This protects it from contaminants and helps maintain warmth. Wrap the container snugly in a towel or blanket. This insulation is key to keeping the temperature stable for the cultures. Place the wrapped container somewhere warm and undisturbed. An oven with just the light on is a great spot, or near a radiator. Let it sit for 12 to 24 hours without moving it. The longer it cultures, the tangier and thicker your yogurt will become. After 12 hours, check the texture. Gently tilt the jar to see if it has thickened like yogurt. If it's still quite runny, give it more time. Check again after a few more hours. Once it has reached a yogurt-like consistency, it's ready for the next step. Don't rush this part. Cool it down. Move the jar of cultured yogurt to the refrigerator. Chill it for at least 2 to 4 hours. This stops the culturing process and helps the yogurt set up even more firmly. That's it. You've successfully made homemade yogurt. Use a good quality starter yogurt with verified live cultures. This is the foundation of your batch. The ambient temperature of your culturing spot matters. A warmer spot helps the yogurt set faster. However, avoid places that are too hot, as excessive heat will kill the beneficial bacteria. Consistency is key. Do not stir or disturb the yogurt while it is culturing. Let it sit completely still to allow the curds to form properly. Save a small amount of your fresh homemade yogurt to use as a starter for your next batch. This works well for several cycles. You can typically reuse your homemade starter up to 4 or 5 times before the culture might weaken. Then start with fresh store-bought yogurt again. Don't worry if your first batch isn't perfect. It happens. If your yogurt doesn't thicken after 24 hours, here are common reasons. The milk might have been too hot when you added the starter. High heat kills the live cultures needed for thickening. Your yogurt starter might not have had active live cultures. Always check the label. The culturing environment might not have been warm enough. Consistent warmth is essential for the bacteria to multiply. If it doesn't set, it's still usable. You can use the liquid mixture in smoothies, for baking, or in marinades. Just try again with a fresh starter and ensure your temperature and warmth are correct. Practice makes perfect. If you prefer an even thicker yogurt, you have options. You can simply let it culture for a longer period within the 24-hour window. More time often means more tang and thickness. Adding a bit more powdered milk at the start will also result in a thicker final product. Experiment with the ratio. For a truly Greek-style thickness, you can strain the yogurt through cheesecloth or a fine mesh strainer to remove some of the whey. Using whole milk instead of 2% or skim milk will also contribute to a richer, thicker texture. Your homemade yogurt will last well in the refrigerator. Store it in a sealed container. You might notice a layer of liquid whey on top. This is completely normal. You can either stir the whey back into the yogurt for added nutrients or pour it off if you prefer a thicker consistency. If the yogurt smells off, looks moldy, or has an unusual color, it's best to discard it. This recipe gives you plain, versatile yogurt. It's a fantastic base for countless uses. Enjoy it plain or customize it with your favorite toppings. Fresh fruit, nuts, granola, or a drizzle of honey are great additions. Use it in smoothies for a creamy texture and probiotics. It's perfect for building healthy parfaits. Homemade yogurt works wonderfully in savory applications too, like sauces, dips, or marinades. You can even substitute it for sour cream or buttermilk in many baking recipes. Get creative.